Good morning. My coach asked me last week if there was one thing I could share with the world that would make it a better place, what would it be? And I didn't have the answer right away. I thought about the people I'd worked with, people I've met on my journey, and thought about what is one piece of advice I would love to give them that I think would actually help them. But in order to get to that piece of advice, that word of wisdom, rather than think about other people, I thought about the advice that I would give myself. Because there was a time when life was not so peaceful, where I was constantly stressed, anxious. I had a lot of pressure on myself, not necessarily externally, but internal pressure, feeling like I should be doing more, achieving more, being more productive. And I'm not proud of who I was, how I treated people. I would react, I would snap, I would shout, I would scream, I would get angry. And as I reflect back on that time, that person who was frustrated at the world, I would tell them that life doesn't have to be that way. Because I realize now that there are 24 hours in the day. And when we wake up in the morning, it's 7 a.m. now, Monday morning, and the old me would be stressed, panicking, rushing to the gym to get my session in before I arrived at the office, grab my coffee, and start the week strong so I could be productive and get as much done as possible. And by 11 o'clock, I was already feeling exhausted, ready for lunch. I'd maybe load up on coffee number 2. And life kind of continued like that for many, many years. But today I woke up, and as you can see, it's a little bit rainy here in Bali. But I'm so happy. I'm so content. And each day we have a decision to make. So there's 2 lessons here. The first is making a decision. So every day you wake up, you have a decision to decide how you feel. Do you feel tired? Do you feel stressed? Do you feel anxious? Do you feel worried? Or do you feel calm? Do you feel fresh? Do you feel light? Do you feel free? And I know for me, I would always choose the second version of that. Perhaps you enjoy the stress, the anxiety, and the worry. If so, then you probably shouldn't carry on watching this video. But once you realize that you do have that choice, then you shift from being a victim. And victim is a harsh word because I would never have accepted myself as a victim. I was a powerful, successful business professional. I was strong. I would go to the gym. I would earn lots of money. In the eyes of society, I wasn't weak. I wasn't a victim. I was successful. But I was a victim in my mind. And this is the key difference here. Many people become victims of their lifestyle, victims of their mind. And once you become aware that the decision to be unhappy, unfulfilled, missing meaning or purpose in your life, stressed out, anxious, reactive, this is the victim mode. And you might not feel like a victim. And I don't mean this in a harsh way. It's just a way of being. It's essentially saying to the universe that you are the outcome of the circumstances, and you are reacting to the world around you. But when you realize actually you get to create your world, you get to decide how you feel, you stop becoming that victim. So I'll give you an example. I met a guy in Dubai a few weeks back, very successful in his career, beautiful family, and really nice guy. But every time I spoke to him, he was panicking. What do I do next? What are the next steps? How do I do this? Where do I go? How do I create this? It was constantly worry. On the outside, he had created a beautiful, beautiful life. Professionally, he was healthy, had a lovely family, ticked all the boxes that society tells you to tick. But inside, he was eating himself away with the stress, the worry, the panic, and the pressure. And we sat down together for 20 minutes. And after 20 minutes, I actually took a picture of him, because he shifted from this person of always having to be doing something to a person in a state of peace. And he even said to me, yoga and meditation don't work for me because my mind is always running at 100 miles an hour. By the end of our 20-minute conversation, he sat in meditation for no less than 15 minutes without guidance, without instruction. We just released a part of him that felt like he always had to be doing. And from that moment, he sent me a message. I'll see if I can upload it onto the screen, saying, "Thank you for showing me a new way of being." Because his whole life, he felt like he had to be in this state. He didn't realize he was a victim of his circumstances. And as we go through life, we will constantly have opportunities to shift from being that victim to being the leader of our life. And we can choose how we lead. You can choose to lead from a place of hustle, of grind, of pressure. And many people do that, and they have good lives. But you can also choose to lead from a place of calm, a place of clarity. And it's completely up to you. And when you realize that, when you fully understand that, then your whole life will shift. Your whole way of being. You can still be on it. You can still be smart, intelligent, successful, but from a place of calm, a place of presence. And people feel that. People feel that magnetism. I'd love to invite you now to just take a deep breath with me, breathing in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And notice what's going on in your body as I share this with you. Do you feel okay sitting here, listening, watching this video? Or do you feel the urge to go and do something because you feel like you should be more productive, constantly jumping from one thing to the next? Or will you allow yourself to be present? Allow yourself to be here in this moment. There's a second piece of advice that I would give my younger self or to anyone who's listening. And this is the key component, essentially. Because once you have made the decision, once you have chosen to be this version of you, you then understand that as you go through life, the same 24 hours will happen from 7 a.m. today to 7 p.m. tomorrow. 7 a.m. today till 7 a.m. tomorrow. The same 24 hours will happen. The same external, uncontrollable outcomes will happen. So obviously everything in your control you can change. But everything outside of your control will happen. It's outside of your control. But how you choose to respond to that is completely up to you. And if you choose to respond to that from a place of frustration, anger, quick to respond, snappy, stress, anxiety, panic, will that get you the best results? Or if something happens, you can see it clearly and respond in a way of calm, clarity, peace, presence, thoughtfulness, compassion, love, trust. Will you respond better to that situation or circumstance? If you truly, truly deep down believe that responding from a state of pressure and panic will result in a better outcome than responding from calm presence, then continue doing what you're doing. But I guarantee, and you can look at any professional in the world, whether it's a business professional, professional athlete, they do not respond from panic or pressure. They respond from presence, from awareness. They are locked in, but they are at ease. There's no tension. There's no tightness in their body. They are flowing. So understanding that, you can respond to any circumstance in a way that you want to. Surely you would choose the option that would give you the best results, that would provide you with the best outcome. Let that sink in. So you go through your day. Something happens. You can decide, do you respond from calm, presence, awareness? Or do you panic? Try and resolve it quickly. Potentially make mistakes. There is only one way of being that will get you the best results, what will create the best lifestyle for you. And that is making a decision to be the way you want to respond, to be the person you want to be for others, for your future self. And as you start to shift this way of being, it's not only your life that will change, because others will feel your presence, others will feel your calm magnetism. And as they start to spend time with you, your loved ones, your friends, new people that you meet, they will feel this energy and they too will say or think, I want a part of that. I want to feel that calm. I want to feel that inner peace. Because essentially, that is freedom. When you let go of trying to control every aspect of your life, understanding that life is inherently uncertain, you allow yourself to be the absolute best version of you for yourself, for your family, and for the world. Thank you for listening. I hope this is useful. If it is, please share it with someone who will also take value from it. And I hope to see you in the next video. Have a great day.